Furthermore, when they could detest me, they could cherish me in the event that I put my bliss to be reliant upon a group of people. It's a mutually dependent relationship, and mutually dependent connections aren't great on the off chance that I'm depending on a group of people to like me for my fulfillment. I won't ever be cheerful except if they like me, so that implies I'll get things done to make them like me. Okay, cool. And in the event that individuals are pissed about it, watch soccer, go watch some volleyball, whatever you believe should do, yet don't watch boxing. And toward the day's end, it's a battle, so whatever happens occurs. As Mike Tyson said, does it be off of that it's a success, that they choked me, they giggled at me my entire vocation. I've forever been the dark horse in every case. Nobody's consistently had faith in me, had my back. Nobody's ever, you realize, said I would have been the one. I was generally, mid-level, unremarkable. Who knows what thing in boxing at last gave me the path in the road, where I was unquestionable, dependent on how great and how hard I functioned. The boxing scene was humming with expectation. In one corner, the unbelievable Iron Mike Tyson, a name inseparable from fierce influence and threatening presence. In the other, the reckless YouTuber turned fighter Jake Paul, known for his VIP following. An ostentatious persona. A battle between these two differentiating figures guaranteed an unstable display. However, at that point came the news that sent shockwaves through the battle local area. Jake Paul was out with a hand injury. Spurs immediately transformed into thunders of doubt. Was this an authentic difficulty or a key pullout? The timing could never have been more helpful for Paul. Mike Tyson, in spite of being 58 years of age, had looked shockingly sharp in presentation sessions. Realize you're terrified like it, 'cause brother, this is the way I'm similar to. I above all else I could do without conversing with individuals. I could do without the all the as I do it, since it's what I accept is like piece of my fate and everything, and I have been great at it since I was a youngster. Yet like in the event that I was very much like me, very much like, definitely I feel like it won't many accepted he actually had sufficient knockout influence to destroy the youthful Paul. It's a colossal frustration, Jake Paul said in a video message presented on his virtual entertainment channels. I've been preparing my butt off for this battle. I got up earlier today with a pulsating torment in my grasp. I went to the specialist, and they affirmed a tendon tear. It's absolutely impossible that I can battle in this condition. Anyway, distrust spun out of control. Pundits brought up that Paul's physical issue report needed points of interest. There were no reasonable pictures of the injury, and the specialist who evidently analyzed him stayed unknown. This filled hypothesis that the entire situation was a painstakingly coordinated act. We should be straightforward. This entire thing smells, said veteran boxing observer Beam Long. So we know precisely exact thing he will do, which is for our potential benefit, since we can prepare for those particular things to have counters underlying, which likewise is fun, since we've again never truly had that. There's no straightforwardness. Jake's really harmed. Why not be forthright about it? Show us the outputs. Let us know. The specialist named this mystery fans. The fire adding to the interest. A video surfaced web based showing Paul informal sparring only days in the wake of declaring his physical issue. While he wasn't tossing full punches, the video raised eyebrow. Look, I realize it looks terrible, Paul yielded in another web-based entertainment video. Yet informal sparring isn't equivalent to hitting a weighty pack or competing. I was attempting to remain free, keep up with some structure. His clarification did essentially nothing to control the cynics. Boxing discussions and online entertainment were overflowed with allegations of weakness and allegations that Paul was basically reluctant to step into the ring with Tyson. Iron Mike is a legend, Paul conceded. He's one of the best heavyweight fighters ever. There's no disgrace in conceding. I have regard for his influence, yet I wasn't frightened. I was prepared to battle. This injury is only a mishap. I'll be back more grounded. Whether Paul's physical issue was certifiable or a ploy to keep away from Tyson stays a secret. Some accept the whole battle was just an exposure stunt. You realize he's amateurish. He's a chip. He's not a serious finance manager. He's not a serious contender. Truth going to emerge. and he must compensation for every one of the times he took out all the financial specialists he cheated. It's rude. There's probably the greatest names in boxing, probably the greatest advertisers on the planet, probably the most compelling individuals on the planet, perhaps of the best country on the planet, and he would rather not show up on the grounds that gracious a confidential matter cool away for the two contenders to create buzz and secure rewarding paydays. Others clutch the desire for of in the end, seeing the two square off in the ring, no matter what reality the entire circumstance has discolored Paul's standing. He's gone from being a reckless certain contender to somebody blamed for without the heart to confront a genuine test. The truth will come out eventually in the event that he can conquer this contention and recapture the trust of the boxing local area. Tradition of the potential Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson battle is an odd one. It might never happen, yet its remote chance touched off a firestorm of discussion and interest. It featured the always obscuring lines between VIP boxing and genuine rivalry, and maybe in particular, it filled in as an update that the battle game, even in its cutting-edge emphasis, blossoms with dramatization and debate. I've placed on this person of being reckless and presumptuous and these things, and I'm drawn a ton of disdain for that. And I could undoubtedly go the antagonist, and on the screen I believe it's pleasant. I love doing it. I'm perfect at it. I forever resembled the class jokester. And underscore like that, so I can snap into that. Underscore. And yet I figured it would be truly amusing in the event that I very much got up there and the boxing scene paused its breathing as the fantasy match between the unbelievable Mike Tyson and the web-based entertainment sensation Jake Paul emerged. Fans hummed with expectation. The brutal Iron Mike, a name inseparable from crude influence, versus the gaudy YouTuber with a developing standing as a fighter. However, at that point nudes dropped like a lead weight. Jake Paul was out with a hand injury. The declaration sent shockwaves through the battle local area. Suspicion immediately eclipsed disillusionment. The timing was too advantageous. Tyson, regardless of his 58 years, looked shockingly sharp in late displays. Many accepted he actually had sufficient knockout influence to destroy the youthful Paul. Injury. Mike Tyson blast in a video presented on his online entertainment. His voice, actually bound with the scary edge that made him a heavyweight champion, resonated through the speakers. That is the mildest reason I heard you think a little mistake in your grasp will unnerve Iron Mike. Call yourself a warrior, Jake, more like a YouTuber with a loser's heart. Paul, ever the online entertainment maestro, countered with his very own video message. Look, Mikey said, pretending regard. With all due regard, I have a specialist note. Tendon tier. Can't battle, it's that straightforward. Tyson jeered. Specialist note. Where's this secret specialist? For what reason is his name a mysterious? You believe all of us are dumb, Jake. This entire situation smells more terrible than your overrated merchandise. The volatile raised Paul, endeavoring to stay cool-headed, delivered a video exhibiting some light, individualized sparring. And you are drinking consistently in camp and continue to win. Do you feel that is all there is to it's maintainable? I assume I figure it very well, maybe feasible for timeframes, yet not over the long haul now, since we really want to be aware for research purposes. Definitely we simply have to be aware. So truly I just saw a class from Tyson, truly saying that he was surrendering weed for this entire camp. And he was saying that it's all there is to it's a piece of his rehearsing discipline. He resembles I love weed. I truly love weed. And it isn't so much that weed will keep me down. Oh, it's that I want to rehearse discipline. And I love weed, so thusly I ought to limit from it for this camp. And he not having intercourse either, and not having intercourse with is he attempting to break your noggin. Definitely you will be truly furious and nervous damnation. Definitely, yet that better believe it. That is pretty, that is really terrifying. Asserting it was to remain free. This main energized Tyson's fire, individualized sparring. Tyson thundered in another video, you call those frail pokes top